Bottom right side, a blue Zerg fighting for the Shopify Rebellion, guys. Give it up for LAMBO. The top left side, his opponent. It's a man we didn't get to see just quite yet, but a yellow Terran we like to call Big Gabe, Heromarine. Actually says that on the Liquipedia of Heromarine, he is German and Italian. Huh. Might be some old Korean somehow that, you know, found his way into Italy long ago, and then had a family generations ago, clearly, and then somewhere they split apart, the Rainer family and the Heromarine family. Isn't it super late in Germany at the moment? No, it's alright. What is... Oh dear. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. No, it's about 11:45 in the midnight hours. So it's alright. It's alright. It's regular gaming hours, I would say. Almost midnight? Yeah. It's the same time for me. Oh, he's been doing a bit more of an intensive job than I am, of course, but... You know... He's also a much stronger man than I am. Mentally. And, spiritually? I don't know. Probably. That's trouble for the drone. Just managed to get it into an extractor. Lucky him. Like, it feels so horrible losing that first drone, doesn't it? That's a Zerg. It's just... Oof. Just immediately, right off the bat, something like that going wrong. Such a delay in your third base. Just feels awful. LAMBO threw down a Roach War, and I don't know if that was in response to this. It's like, alright, you want to play it like that? Coming for you. That Queen Terminatoring her way over towards the Reaper now. Gets a little bit of help. This is the Ark of Moan where the Queen is in the way of the hatchery. Okay, Reaper doesn't manage to further that delay, as it finally is put down. About a minute later than it would have been otherwise. That's pretty solid there for Heromarine. Just got to be careful not to die due to, well, an overdose of roaches. They will be arriving in the not too far distant future. There will be quite a couple of them. I saw 7 on the production tab. I don't know if that's going to be the total number. Actually, we're seeing 6 of them here, plus 3 more in the production, so at least 9 of them. He's starting to head over towards the other side of the map, and Heromarine actually starting up a build where he's going to try to get battle cruisers for this, and well, I don't know if you were around in that time and day of StarCraft 2, and battle cruisers starting to become a little bit popular. Well, I say recently, it's all relative terms in StarCraft, but you know, a big roach attack coming in before you really have any units. Very, very strong in that situation. Bunker luckily was created here for Heromarine, realizing what was coming at him in a fairly short amount of time. The Roaches now trying to march their way past this bunker, hoping to avoid having to deal with it. Also kind of negating as much fire perhaps as that Viking can do. Which is getting a lot of damage right now. 10 SCVs already going down, putting Heromarine down to 20 workers. Sub 20 for a moment there. I'll bring them back down once again. Yeah, 19. So 14 SCVs killed in total. That's pretty much put LAMBO on a double the amount of workers here over his opponents. Heromarine still with a 21 army supply. Starting to move across the map with those Marines and the siege tank, feeling like, you know what, I'll need to get something done right here, right now. Hopefully it's going to be okay. And then Well, we'll see if that is going to be accomplished here. The siege tank sets up safely, but it's still set up a little bit far away, perhaps, right? It's going to be difficult for it to provide a lot of cover for the Marines and the Hellions. I'm hoping to see it come in from the left screen here in a moment, perhaps. Looks like it, well, it sounds like it's unsieging now, but more so with the purpose of just moving away. Battlecruisers still will be the next step here for Heromarine then. That hopefully is going to get, you know, quite a bit of damage dealt. It's going to be a lot later than you would normally like to have it. LAMBO a bit delayed, of course, though, as well, with his Queens and anti-air production himself due to the Roach attack, but theoretically should be more than capable of mounting a proper defense against this, right? Goes with the Hellions, doesn't lose too many drones there either. It's doing okay. Viking really, you know, Heromarine just trying to get anything he can get done here. A Viking sniping overlords on the side. These Hellions trying to run in. Now the battlecruiser, that is not pretty. Spore crawlers, 3 queens, not the place to be right now. It's going to try to target down the queen immediately, and the small queens will be marching their way into range to shoot this battlecruiser. He's going to have to fly his way back to base, as he no longer has the teleportation either, of course. Either that, or maybe just stick around for creep denial. That could be a good thing as well, of course. May take some more damage from the queens here, though. LAMBO on top of that. Oh, SCV. Nah, it's not too many. Just for a little bit of repair. Just a little bit for repair. Couple of good luck charms, as they say. 3 siege tanks and a bunch of Marines are accompanying these SCVs. This could be quite a terrifying push, actually. LAMBO not entirely ready for this. Maybe not anticipating that Heromarine was just going to stick to the 2 bases here. He's still making more SCVs, feeling like he's going to get some good economic damage dealt. And that is definitely something that's true. Even if he doesn't straight out kill LAMBO here, he knows he's put himself in a pretty good position. Well, unless if he keeps too many of these roaches alive. He's training out pretty fancy here. Gonna keep the 2 battlecruisers as well. There's no queens remaining, actually. These 2 battlecruisers. Now a tough choice. Are they gonna go after drone kills or chase down those roaches and ravagers moving towards his own mineral line? So you have the teleportation ready on those battlecruisers. That's not a question on my mind. I think he should do, right? So at any instance he could jump back if he sees the absolute need to. Nice thing about it is that, well, I guess you can jump at low HP since the roaches and ravagers are great at shooting air units. I guess you can't teleport right above the Ravagers, but well, to be fair, the Ravagers and Roaches seemingly nowhere near enough to do anything there. Heromarine starting out this game pretty rough, but well, staying true on 2 base. LAMBO maybe feeling a little bit too comfortable, making a couple too many drones. Trying to expand a bit too quick, and all of a sudden, Heromarine will still take you out. GG. Definitely a bit of a heroic performance there, that previous game. Did not really have any business, in my opinion, winning that anymore, but with some clever moves and some, you know, overall ploys, finding his opponents with his pants down and his hands in the cookie jar at the same time. Which is when you have to GG in StarCraft 2. Right. You think we're gonna see battle cruisers again from Heromarine? I just like battle cruisers, you know? It just livens up the scene now and again when they spruce up. And it's like, ah, right. There they are. I remember those. To be fair, I don't think it should be one of those situations where we only have battle cruisers either. I have to admit that I feel like would kind of ruin it as well. The way they are right now is pretty well made, isn't it? It fits quite nicely. All right. Any plans already visible for us? Are they already revealing intentions here? Not really. Not really. Just the Reaper circling dance. A Premier tournament, both have been in one final and lost. Ah, I see. That's a bummer. Laser won Valencia 2017. Oh, that's a while ago. It's definitely a rare occurrence if it has happened for them, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I think I know Cyril 101 as well at some point. Pretty sick, sure. Okay, that is second CC, starboard. No extra gas being taken just quite yet by Heromarine on his natural. So I'm anticipating more of the barracks play this time around. See the timing of the third base as well, of course. Could be quite important here. There's an Overlord still nearby as well. I could start picking up on the fact there. Once those extra buildings for Heromarine are being thrown down. As long as it doesn't get denied, of course, by that Viking that is being built right now. Oh, there is a third CC. Oh my goodness. There already is. The next, wait, when LAMBO played that super close big final versus Cyril, he kicked out Heromarine in a qualifier last match. Ooh, so there might be a grudge. The biggest comeback in LAMBO's career while hungover. Wow. Okay. Let's hope they're not hungover now. Though you might feel hungover after, you know, 6 hours of StarCraft. Might be a similar feeling. Okay, Lair coming up. So it's the Baneling Nest. Could mean a fairly quick Baneling speed. Trying to keep everything safe. These Hellions are getting too close to those drones. As they killed 11 of them. A horrible workplace accident. Liberator trying to make some more accidents happen here. Hellions come back for round 2. Zergling's in a bit of a better spot this time around. Don't let as many drones die. I think 2 extra died in that situation. Liberator dealt with as well, or at least it's no longer around that space. Yeah, there it is on the units lost tab. And is that all worth it? 13 drones. I don't know. The Liberator and 8 Hellions, it's okay. It's, you know, somewhat equal of a trade, I suppose. Is it alright? I don't think it really swings the game into anyone's favor here. Maybe LAMBO a bit more. Bit more? But that's just because I'm looking at his drone count now. Info chambers. About to finish up, but the +1/+1 for Heromarine already over halfway. It's going to be quite a bit of time there for him to try and make those pushes work. Hydralisk Den as well for LAMBO. More star I see all too often anymore, the Hydra Ling Bane, but it's still viable. Still a strong one. Nice way to get yourself into those lurkers. Might even just want to try to get to the lurkers ASAP, right? And not really mess around with the Ling Bane Hydralisk overall. Couple of Banelings. Apparently some SCVs decided to try and embrace those Banelings as well. I guess you send them out, right, just to kind of have that A-move thing so they don't run deeper into your mineral line. It makes sense. It's just unfortunate that there were a couple of other builders working there. Nice engagement here for, well, so far LAMBO. Wouldn't mind doing a bit of friendly fire. Now there's more Marines coming in, though, and those Banelings don't seem as sufficient until the rest of the Banelings arrive. There we go. Nice pickup from Heromarine moving around the battlefield with those medevacs. Zippity zapping from low ground to high ground. Trying to get himself more queens killed off now as well. He's going to be quite successful with that. Tumas. Oh dear, that's Banelings. Yeah, a couple of Marines. Left side flank also starting to open up for Heromarine. Don't tell me he's going to get this hatchery. That would be rather ridiculous. Okay, well, he will. He will get the hatchery. Something to become pretty nice for Heromarine, I would say. LAMBO just not feel comfortable sending more units that way. Excuse me. It is pretty far away, to be fair, that 5th base. And I guess you don't really necessarily need a 5th base. He has a 4th base already. Bit of one of those bases. If my 4th base gets killed, then it doesn't matter because I still have the 5th base, so I can very quickly continue mining, I suppose, right? So the 5th base there being killed, it probably doesn't bother LAMBO too much. As long as he doesn't start losing drones here. All of this creep spread queens. Definitely damage being found here by Heromarine. One medevac blows out of the sky though. As there is a lot of men with their lunch boxes packed fully. They're going to head towards the Zerg base. Yeah, that is a lot of Marines. That is a lot of Marines. You know, we always talk about a lot of Banelings, but what about Marines, you know? What about those Marines? Ooh, there's Banelings. Oh! I got close. Okay. Tries to get out of there once again. LAMBO does secure that 4th base once more. Got a bit hairy there, a bit dicey, but does manage to keep everything safe and secure. Hatchery very low on HP. Probably not going to break in this push attempt here. Like, LAMBO is pushing or moving backwards again, back to the creep, but there's not really a good chance for Heromarine to keep pushing here. So he wisely backs up a little bit. Now, you still want to kill this hatchery, right? So how do you go about getting that hatchery? You either start pressuring somewhere else and then send in a small force, or you just try to kill the main army that is set up there, and you just push your, brute force your way through. That's possible as well. Depends on what Heromarine sees as his more likely way to win this. And the brute force approach seemingly
to be attempted a little bit further here. There's lurkers here. There is some scary lurkers here. He's not really pushing into him. So, to be fair, look, this is... Actually, I like what he's doing now, more and more than I'm thinking about it. Right? He's not pushing into him. He's just kind of putting LAMBO in a position like, do I push into you? This is feeling very uncomfortable for me. Please get out of here. And Heromarine is just kind of getting good trades because of it. We're setting up barely outside of the Zerg's base. Nice catch on that medevac, though. Right, away from the creep. There's no further creep spread going to be happening here, at least not easily. And if you avoid the lurkers just killing everything, that's okay. At the same time, I'm wondering, is he doing enough, you know? Because the left side of the map is starting to look pretty blue now. So yeah, maybe opening up a couple more fronts could be beneficial for Heromarine, but maybe he's just also trying to avoid having those lurkers just push his own bases, of course. The trading he's doing right now is, you know, trying to run into the lurkers with bio. That is, I don't know. He's clearing up some supply, getting more ghosts. But it's nice that he's not, you know, committing to those types of pushes. He knows what he's doing. Okay. This is the epitome of StarCraft 2 Dragon Ball Z beam fights, right? Where it's just like these two armies running at one another. This could be it, actually. This is a lot of scary stuff running at them at the same time. Coming from a lot of different angles. Those lurkers are still giving chase. They are giving so much chase. Oh my. They're getting close. Bane's on top of the ghost here as well. Heromarine in trouble. A lot of army supply rolling through the infrastructure, managing to settle their little Zerg buddies into the ground. Guess they're not that little. And, well, has LAMBO done it? I think so, man. I think so. And there it is. GG is called, so... Maybe it took a little bit too long to get the Ghost or the Siege tanks involved there, but at the same time, it just... Yeah. Top right side, Shopify Rebellion. Blue Zerg, tying up the series. It is LAMBO. Bottom left side, Yellow Terran. Mouse Esports, Heromarine. He had Vipers, hard to camp with tanks. For a long period, like even before there were Vipers, right? He was just setting up barely outside of the creep. And there was just enough Zergling, Baneling, Hydralisk to keep forcing him backwards. There was... he was trading okay, but apparently that is just not enough, you know? If you allow LAMBO then to take too much of the map behind him, you just let that fester, you let that grow. And LAMBO is okay with, you know, taking bad trades. That's perfectly fine with him. It's how the Zerg operate. That's what they do. They will trade less efficiently well, a lot of the time. You know, Banelings can be incredibly efficient, but... you know, most of the Terrans know how to avoid that. It's incredible efficiency. Another command center on the low ground. Neither of them too keen on settling this with a bit of cheese in the early game. Lambo got upgraded Lurkus way before Heromarine got a counter to it. Yeah, that as well. That as well. It took him a while. He was, you know, trying to delay the Lurkus from pushing, I suppose, then. That's kind of what it transformed into, in my feeling, but... I don't know. I don't know. I think once you're in that position with Bio against Lurkus, suddenly, you're not quite ready yet with a counter. Could be Ghost, could be Siege Tanks, could be maybe even Liberators, right? I've seen Banshees being attempted by some people at some point in time, but yeah, if you're just kind of sitting there and trying to kite backwards against Lurkers, I don't know. Try to use that mobility of your bio, right? Try to maximize the fact that Lurkers are pretty slow there. Still not that quick with settling in and out of the ground. It's a bit of a hassle. If you're striking on multiple locations, you're finding those areas where the Lurkers aren't quite settled in, and you know, you start getting Lambo to make more mistakes with his micro. Suddenly, oh, well, I lost the Lurker there. Oh, I lost the Lurker there. It just becomes a different battle rather than can Heromarine push himself into the Lurkers or kill the Lurkers before they just kind of, you know, run into him. Oh well, a lot can happen in a game of StarCraft 2. Hypothesizing is just a side effect of watching StarCraft 2. The third base for Heromarine quite early once more. It's worked out okay for him so far. There we go. Overlord dealt with. Got a quick concussive shell with an armory. Finishing up for Heromarine. I'm not paying attention anymore, it seems like. Sorry guys. Lair for Lambo, who's also still making a lot of drones. That's a lot of drones. He's got a Baneling Nest on the way, so that's definitely gonna help out. But he still has to make the Banelings too. And this attack is not that far away from just coming in here. How quickly does he start? Okay, he starts them pretty quickly. He starts them rather very quickly. 6 Banelings start coming in, but they're not ready yet. Starts them as quickly as he can, but now he's just stuck here. And the Banelings are still transforming as the Halberds and Marauders. Look at that spread. That is some magic clicking right there. Is it still going to be enough now for the Terran to just kind of push through? It very well might be. Heromarine feeling like it is a little bit late. Is this gonna work? Halberd pushes. They've been bullied on the ladder. People are making fun of them, but sometimes they still work pretty fine. This time around, though, it's well, it got cleaned up again. But it was about to kill Lambo. We all saw it. It was. It got pretty close. It did get pretty close. Ultimately, still coming out on the trade by a little bit, but yeah, I think you would like to get a bit more there, right? Lambo now in 4 base. Heromarine just establishing his 3rd. Info chambers. Again, a bit of a difference there, of course, between the 2 upgrades from the Zerg and the Terran. Terran going to be a bit quicker. Starting to make 5 Marines at a time. 2 more barracks finishing up. You should be able to get a fair amount of Marines just as that is finishing. I'm not entirely confident about saying he'll try to make a push happen then, but... we'll see. We'll see. Okay. That's not going to be able to do much here. Then again, you know, what do you still expect him to do? Very difficult for that type of unit to stay relevant in the later part of this game, unless if it is, of course, a bit of a mech player. Marines are starting to get a bit uppity. Had that moment before Baneling speed finishes up, and now it is. You have to be a bit more careful stepping onto creep. Looking for an engagement here once again. Heromarine, okay, is going to open up another flank on the right side, it looks like. Sending a couple of Marines with Widow Mines. Oh, backs up from the left side though. Yeah, Lambo sees it all happening, so he knows exactly what is being sent where, which is very, very good for the Zerg. You know exactly what to send where. As long as you know that, you execute, then overall you should be okay. Gathering all that information, though, of course, is one of the more difficult things for the Zerg. And then retaining all that information in your head as well, right? It's nice to see something moving on the mini-map, but if you're doing 3 other things and then because of those 3 other things you forget there was a medevac on the mini-map, then, well, some good it did you then, didn't it? It did it. Same with that medevac. That medevac. Ooh. Alright, pushing on forwards. This base here under a bit of a breach, but again, Circlings and Banelings are seemingly qualified to deal with this situation. Oh, nice Widow Mine there. Takes out a good bunch of those Banes. Nice bouquet of Banelings being exploded. 2 medevacs find their way across the Spore Crawler vicinity and to the natural base right now as well, where there is a Hyperden making an upgrade. Be a nice target to try and take down, but no sir. Once again, Lambo ready with an answer. Seemingly always moving around his forces with quite a bit of speed. Wherever they need to be. Maintaining a secure perimeter between him, well, his drones in particular, and the Terran units. Because the secure perimeter between, you know, the Marines and the Banelings, he tries to avoid it. It's like, yeah, okay. Ghosts coming up also. Lurkers shouldn't be too far removed from this pipeline, and there they are. Yeah, 6-7 Lurkers in total in production, getting themselves the upgrade as well. As the remaining bits of Zergling Bane Hydra there with the Marine Marauder Medevac. It's gonna run into one another and then just back off. They're both like, no, we shouldn't do this fight. Two people trying to be aggressive, you know, one of them is making a mistake. If then the 2 people not being aggressive, would that always be a mistake? Wouldn't there always be one person that would like to make the fight happen? Interesting conundrum. Oh. Some Marauders feeling the pain of the Lurker spines there. Lambo takes more of this area for himself. So, oh, those Widow Mines. Oh, that was a lot of Banelings dying there. If only those lurkers weren't there, that bio ball could just stim forwards and start, you know, tearing things apart, but not entirely gonna happen now, of course. A little bit of a drop here behind the mineral lines. He's gonna try to make things, well, go a bit more bellies up for the Zerg, but they're really not finding much. Lambo's been on 92 workers for such a long period of time. Such a solid economy right now. You can see that bank starting to gather up, bulk up some more. As well, some nice army movements here from Lambo, setting up shop with the 7 lurkers and a good deal of banelings. Good deal of banelings find their way onto 13 SCVs. Another base over here. Yeah, look at that. That's actually... Ooh, that's just going to keep going up in the tally. SCV death count just rising at the moment. It's going rapidly, man. Lambo, he stepped outside of his base and now suddenly it's just... just blinking red lights all over the minimap for Heromarine. Starting to wipe out the lurkers on his side of the map, though, slowly but surely. He's taking so much damage. 40 workers. 40. And I love the fact that Lambo even using his banelings there to blow up an orbital as well, because he's dealt so much SCV damage, right? That's the way you kind of make up for it with mules, and every orbital he kills now as well is massive. Widowmine, lurkers trying to finish off this planetary fortress. Might be a bit of a struggle. And it goes to clean up the area once again. Gotta be careful, those lurkers are still very expensive. Too many inefficient fights against the ghost could still spell trouble. Then again, you see this ball of Hydra, Baneling Zergling just coming on in, and yeah, there really isn't a response to that. GG. That means Lambo takes this game, and that means Lambo is going to go up against a laser in the final best of 3 for today.